Hello, my dear gentlemen. Alexander the Matchmaker is here again for you for a reason. Many of you will be traveling now. The idea was to make this video for my customers who are joining my dating parties on a dating tour. Because many dates are waiting for you when you travel, and those of you who come to visit your Ukrainian women here in Ukraine or in some European countries, wherever she is, guys, you often do wrong things on a date that don't let the second date happen. Our cultural difference, Slavic cultural difference, and Western cultural difference, codes are very different. Difference is massive. Avoid doing wrong things and instead do what makes her heart beat faster for you. Let me write those things down. First thing you do not shake your hand. If you do that to a Ukrainian woman, she thinks she's not feminine enough for you. Instead, pull your face down and kiss her hand. Don't grab it to your face level. Put your face down and kiss her hand. Thing number two, you do not do on a date with Ukrainian woman. You do not gossip for your exes. Gossip for exes. It was your ex, not your neighbor's ex, not your brother's ex. It was you in those relationships. You let them happen. When you gossip for your ex, you tell bad things about yourself. Don't do that if you like Ukrainian girl. Instead, what you do, you have to talk about something, and very often you talk about exes because you did not prepare. But instead of telling about stupid things, you prepare a paper where you write down meaningful things you would like to discuss on your date. This will show her that you are well prepared, that you are interested, and you know why you communicate and for what reason. I will make a specific video about a subject you should discuss, hopefully later this week. Thing number 3 that you do not do on your date with Ukrainian woman. You don't check your phone, please. You do not check your phone. If you want to look not interested, do that. But if you want to invite her on a second date and she agrees, you do not check your phone. Instead, you look into her eyes, her hands, her hair, you speak to her, but you do not check your phone. Thing number 4, you don't do on your date with Ukrainian girl. You don't look around for other beautiful women when you are talking to her. You do not look around for other women. For others. Guys, this is a tricky thing to do, but you will succeed. You can do that. On a dating parties which you attend, which I arrange, there are many beautiful women, but as you now speak to her, you do not look around. Those of you who don't join the party, who go on a date in a cafe, walking down the street, please control your eyes. Instead of looking around as you are talking to some beautiful woman, you speak to her. You control your eyes. You control your look. You look at her hands. You look into her eyes. You look at her shoulder. It doesn't look very obtrusive. It looks nice because I'm all the time looking into the eyes, maybe a little bit obtrusive. You know what I mean here. You do not want her to think that she is not attractive enough for you. You want to be delicate if you want to invite her on a second date. Thing number 5, you do not do. You do not let her open doors. You are a man. You do not let her open doors. Instead, you open the door for her. You let her in, then you come yourself. The same thing if she sits into the taxi, you open the door for her and she sits. Many of you do not do that because either there is no habit or you just don't pay attention on that. But ladies do, and they often complain about you do not do that. So please be attentive here. Thing number 6, please do not follow her. Do not follow her when you go upstairs. You do not follow her upstairs. Ethical things tell us that if you do that, you want to watch and stare her beautiful round butt. This is not ethical, this is vulgar. Instead, you tell her that you know the ethical rules require that a man goes first. So you don't look vulgar and you go first and she follows you. Thing number 7, you do not do on your Ukraine date. If you're lucky on a date with a beautiful Ukrainian woman with big eyes, you do not stare at them, for God's sake. She can even be dressed provocatively if she wants you to see that she has got something for you. You do not stare at her eyes, at her boobs. All the ladies in the end of such a date where some of you stares, they all tell the same thing. Yes, she really wanted you to pay attention, but in the end, if you were too much of your attention was there, they say, well, he is not serious enough. Truth is always in the middle, so you know, instead of staring at this place, you look at her eyes on the face, eyes which are on the face. You behave consciously and control your eyes. You may look here a couple of times so she knows you appreciate, but please control yourself. You will watch that later in a better scenario, but on the initial dates, you are very conscious with your eyes. Thing number 8, you do not let her take off the coat herself or put it on. This is a must-have, guys. This is very important. This is a must-have. You do not let her take off on her coat. Listen, it seems like there is nothing special if she does it, but our cultural code tells that a man is doing those things. This is it. There is nothing wrong if you forgot, but they pay a lot of attention on that. And many of them, well, they say the feedback after the date, he was not attentive to me. He did not even help me with the code. Guys, you do not want to hear that about yourself, right? I know you do not want. So instead of letting her take off the coat herself or putting it on herself, you do help her with that. And after you take her coat, helping her, take care of where to hang it. It's not that you only take off your coat and throw it away or put it on the chair. No, you go and you take care where it will be hanged. Guys, be sure that it will be counted. Thing number 9, which you do not do on your Ukrainian date. You do not let the conversation go without your control. You must know why you are here, what you want to talk about, and for what reason. You are here on this date for a reason. So, you do not let the conversation, let them, how we put it, let the talk go, without control. You want to know what will eventually happen. You have your plan. So instead of like going it with the flow, you see, you do let it go with the flow. At the same time, you make it constructive for yourself because you are a man. You invited her on this date. Yes, first they approve of you when you meet live, but you have to control what's going on because this is something you will be doing throughout your family life. So instead, you plan in advance before the date all those questions you are asked, you want to ask, and you make sure these questions are opened. They do not end with close yes or no. Means your questions are open that allow extended response that requires explanation, and such explanations overall supports your communication and makes you closer. You ask, you tell something, and then you ask, what is your opinion about that? She does not tell yes or no. She talks and talks and talks. This is what you want. Thing number 10, you do not speak too loud. Guys, in our culture, this is not a version of norm, if you know what I mean. Guys, take it for what it is. Despite I know my dear Italian customers and my highly respected guys from beautiful and rich Texas are not happy about them not being approved of when they speak as they are used to speaking loud. My ex-husband was speaking loud. It was completely fine. This was not the reason why I divorced him. But here, if you want to make the right impression on a woman, you do not speak loud. Instead, you control the tone of your strong, handsome male voice, and your woman will like that well-brought gentleman who invited her on a date. Well, so we go number 10. You do not speak too loud. You do not do that. Of course, there are more than 10 things, but these 10 things which you very often do and which do not let the second date happen, that's why they're here. Since on my dating parties there will be many women you will be talking to, this will be especially important to follow these rules, because those women whom you are interested, you would want and you will have to invite on a second date. Make sure you are delicate. If you want to meet the woman you choose for the second time, for the second date, and hopefully many more times to build the relationships. I know it's not easy for you to be that controlling, but it's very fruitful behavior. Being delicate is what our cultural code requires when it comes to men and women relationships. I know that you will go smart. Those of you who do not want to be that cautious, who want to go easily, contact me directly and we see when there is a time in my plan to take you as a customer. Before that, of course, we will have to talk to see if my service is a fit for you and if I can help you. Now, those of you who are planning to go on travel and meet your women, you want every date to be fruitful for you. Either you build the relationships or you get a valuable experience. But you can only get experience if you invest your consideration into every date. Go smart, my dear gentlemen. I love you.